Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Duke CT, live at here on the Duke CT Lounge, live on TalkShoe.com. How you doing? Hope you're feeling good this Thursday evening, and hopefully that you're doing well. I know the Game Awards are here, and I don't really care for it. I mean, there are people who are streaming it, making fun of it, praising it. I just don't care for it. No, I mean seriously, I was watching Ring of Honor and the whole time, and I was like, "Wait, the game is still it's here?" I honestly forgot. I literally forgot about the Game Awards. you know, I literally forgot about them. So you know, I mean, heck, Virtual Fighter is coming back, which is always a good thing. uh, yeah, so that's always a good thing. Anyway, so how you doing, people? Hope you're feeling good. I feel really good. And now, I've been feeling a lot better than what Sony's going through, ladies and gentlemen. What is Sony right now is basically, yeah, the whole Spider-Man universe ends with the whole thing. It says they just aren't good. We can tell. I mean, let's be honest here. The only real good ones that come out were Venom, and even then they weren't really as good. They were just like, yo, uh but it's not really surprising because again, what else did I mean Venom, all these other things that I said, so each release and the flops between Morbius, Man of Web, and Kraven, what were they doing? It was basically what the heck were they doing? Like Sony, they thought Venom was gonna be this, oh, we could do this by ourselves, but they had no plan. It's the same problem with all these other universes that they don't have a plan. They don't have a plan for Spidey. They didn't have a plan. I mean, Marvel right now is just throwing some half court shots and making please do everything else. It could be the absolute, because right now, what do they have? It's like you got Silk, the Silk, the Spider Society got scrapped. They don't do anything. There's no real. The only real success is the Spider Verse film. Even then, it has controversy because not just the flashing lights and all that. The stuff that make people like sick or whatever. That's that animation. But they work their people to the bone, and the movies weren't even done. The movies weren't even done. So people were like, "Oh, they're gonna rush, they're gonna rush, rush." I'm like, "Dog, I couldn't watch it because I haven't watched the movie, the next Spider Verse film because one, the way they treated their workers is downright horrible, and two, they look like they didn't really have a plan. They're like, we gotta get the script. They were basically crunching and saying we need to get the script, and now they're looking at get the script together, but it's gonna take a good long while for that to happen. And I'm like, good. I that is good because right now, the whole Spider Verse thing was just a complete and total embarrassment. It is an embarrassment. You know what? It's an embarrassment. And, you know, it's just that this is not really surprised, but yet there's nothing here. And Sony will probably give the ghost up. But then again, like I said, Marvel right now is not doing well too. Blade is basically on its on the deathbed. Um, I don't know if they're just rushing right now to get a Fantastic Four movie done. They barely have an entire thing done. I mean, at this point, uh, I mean, the whole thing looks like it's gonna be slapped together. First steps are like rushing to get everything done to next year. Um, then you have you know, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which no, Captain America 4, Brave New World, oh wait, the New World Order, or whatever it's gonna be called, basically doing reshots after reshoots and reshots and reshoots and everything else, and now they keep doing more. And by the time it's just this weird Frankenstein of a film that's gonna be at least $1 billion just to break even. Great job, guys. That's perfect. $1 billion plus to break even. Fantastic idea. It might be, like I said, it's gonna be number one. Number one, uh, you know, um, you know, but at the end of the day, it probably won't be the last time. That's why my worst fear. My worst fear is that this is going to be just a whole mess. This thing looks like it's going to be a complete and utter mess of an entire, you know, you know, it's going to just be a complete and total, like I say, mess of a movie. And I just like, it's a shame because there's still stories you can tell in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but they don't have. I think they don't really have anything else to really to tell. They just really. I hope it's successful because there's gonna be a lot of people losing jobs, and because again, if this whole thing, because Sony's half-assed way of doing the Spider-Man universe, this to me just looks like it's gonna be a preview because with Marvel stuff, I mean, the Marvels is a decent film, but didn't connect with people. Um, which no one really I mean, you know, that's the issues there. The only really successful ones was, I mean, you had Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that because those people connected with those characters. And after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I think people just they just stopped caring about the love of the Marvel stuff. Deadpool and they already had their love without Marvel and such, without the MCU. They didn't have their love. They were fine without the MCU. They're fine without it and such. So my fear is that when the MCU stuff starts rolling out, when they had to shift plans midstream because now you have Roddy Downey Jr. doing Doomsday, having more. I don't know how much money. Seriously, the money he's making pretty much is right up there with the same TV deal that like NXT has and such. I mean, I don't know, something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna see how much is it. I gotta see. I gotta see something. I gotta see something. Shit. This is supposedly look at this like yeah, not only that, but look at this. I know that the you know is $80 million for the Anthony Joe Russo for it, but yet Robert Downey Jr. is going to be making. I think last they checked was over 800, like $85 million, over 80 million, and I think, like I said, go to wrestling. Let's see, 5 years, 25 mil. Let me see. I gotta see because NXT had like what? I just wanted to see how big this is. It's bigger than a wrestling company and such. It's like what, a $25 million deal and such, and it does come back to wrestling and everything. Bill, going for the trying to save the future, but yet here we are going back to the past. You know, but yeah, NXT, they are for thinking and everything else, except when they go to the ECW arena and such. But anyway, other than that, they are future building. But goodness gracious, Doomsday and all this other stuff. Ugh. Yeah, from the Marvel stuff here, it's yeah, over. I mean, let's see, I mean, it's close to. I mean, this is a single man. Marvel, the MCU is bringing one man back for over 80 plus $1 million, and that's close to a brand of a TV deal for a brand and such. One man, and not even counting the Russo brothers, which is you add that into it. I know they make magic, but come on now. This is the desperation is like I keep saying, the desperation is palpable. You can look at this man. This is not a happy man. This is a desperate man. This is his Hail Mary. And looking back at this, you're going to see. I mean, I'm going back here. The Hail Mary. This right here is going to be their hell. You know, the Sony stuff here. I don't know what they're going to do to fix this because they can't fix. They kill it off and they're gonna rebuild it again. It's yeah. Oh, we're on the Stony Count. What's up, man? Oh, the Great Circle. Oh, I'm gonna talk about the Great Circle. Uh, it's good. I'll get more into it later. But yeah, I think it's a really good game. But back to my point. Thank you for the like. I love you. Thank you. But yeah, incompetence is over at Marvel. The incompetence is way over at this stage, and it's frustrating. You know, it's frustrating because they were good, and meanwhile, over in DC, they're starting small with Creature Commandos, and they already have good momentum for the Penguin. They already have good momentum with that. They have good momentum with of you know how the Penguin did and everything else. Plus, Creature Commandos is really good, so far. It looks really good, and hopefully they continue that momentum. And when the Superman trailer finally comes out, looks like it's gonna be. I think people are gonna be really happy with that, and that's what's going to be the most important thing for DC is that they're starting off small, they're getting people into it, and I think that's the scripts are done for the most part. They're done with this show. They're done with Cruise Commandos, Superman. I think they're gonna do one with. I think what else has been talked about in Gods and Monsters? Oh, Lanterns and Authority. They don't know if it's gonna be animated or not, which I am really loving the animated stuff. I wish they had some more stuff animated and live action, but I think that's going to be going right back to the live action stuff. So yeah, I think that's going to be a positive thing. I don't know what they're going to do with the video games. That's going to be very interesting. But yeah, Sony don't know what they're doing. Marvel itself is in a confusing mess of a time. And by the way, where I can't wait to how the hell they're going to fit in the X Men. That's going to be fun. The X Men is going to be a complete debacle. And Marvel, just I honestly think this year, other than Deadpool and Wolverine, which they got a lot of love from the X Men universe, which I know a lot of people, they had some bad stuff, but I honestly the X Men universe somehow, have more hits than misses, and honestly, than the whole Spider Man stuff, which is hilarious to me and sad at the same time. Sony couldn't get this thing right. Sony had one job and they failed massively. Just a complete massive, it's just so terrible. And it's a shame. Very much so. Oh, speaking of big news, Turok is back. Holy crap. Turok, man. And Virtual Fighter's back too. Like I said, it looks really good. You know? That's gonna be very interesting. Anyway, um, let's get into the next topic. Before we that, we're gonna take a little break here, and because honestly, we're gonna talk a little about the WE and everything. Let's do a little WE stuff. uh we're gonna talk a little about that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back and talk about the Ring Eagle return and, well, what does that mean for WWE? For these nostalgia type of things. Are they gonna be once in a lifetime things, or are they gonna keep you reusing them? Well, we'll talk about that right after break here live in the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for listening. Think, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And remember, this will be Thursday. Next Thursday is going to be live, as of course, if everything goes according to plan. If not, I will definitely be doing something very interesting for that year because it will probably be the last. Well, it's going to be the year ending because man, it's because again, it's gonna be Christmas. Like, my gosh, Christmas is coming really quick. Like, it's only 2 weeks away. My goodness, it's 2 weeks away. And we got Christmas, man. We gotta get the shopping and everything done. Gotta get our shopping done and everything else. So I gotta get that stuff quick. All right. Anyway, I'll be right back here live on the Duke CT Lounge. We'll be right back right after this.